Sisters 2. By Hak Jin Kim. After tidying up the kitchen, Sook sits on the couch in the living room for a rest. She looks around her home and again. She feels pride at her small success because she could afford to purchase her own apartment. Less than a decade since she began to run her own real estate office. She can say that she made something out of nothing, considering how her young days were. As many thoughts come to her mind, she has tears in her eyes. Looking back on those days when Sook lived in an orphanage, she still remembers how hard she struggled to overcome loneliness and grief. Up to now, Sook hasn't forgotten every moment that she experienced. After she had lost her parents, Sook was 11 years old when her parents died in a car crash, and as a consequence, she was sent to an orphanage. She still feels sad about the indifference of her relatives, who didn't care about a poor child who was left alone. At that time she was in despair about what her life would be like without her parents. Luckily, she was strong-minded enough to survive in the orphan house. Despite her small figure, she got through all of the hardships, and then studied hard to go to college on a full academic scholarship. After she graduated from the college, she did her best at the company in her 20s to build up her career. And something unexpected happened when she turned 30 years old. She found out that she was pregnant with a baby girl. A month after she and her boyfriend had split up. She and her former boyfriend had been together for about 2 years or so. She wasn't ready for a new family member, but she didn't give up and gave birth to the baby, Bora. And then she decided to change her job from a salarywoman to run her own business. Her career in the company wasn't so good as it looked in terms of income. Moreover, she needed time to take care of Bora. And so she got into the area of real estate. Bora was so adorable baby for Sook that she tried to make a lot of money to treat Bora like a little princess. And now she owns her 3-bedroom apartment in a decent neighborhood. Sook glances at Bora's room door, which is slightly open, feeling grateful for Bora, who began to show a substantial change in attitude. Until this past spring, Sook has been heartbroken by Bora's behavior, which could be seen as autism by her teachers, because Bora ignored them totally and did only what she wanted, such as reading books. Since Sook knew that Bora wasn't an autistic child, she has waited for Bora to become a normal girl, and it was worth the wait. Besides, Sook dares to expect Bora to be an excellent student and enter a good college. The night is getting deep, and the silence of the night leads Sook to recall Bora's childhood. Bora is a gift that makes Sook happy in her everyday life. From the first day of kindergarten, Bora made breakfast and got stuff ready for going to school by herself. It was a big surprise to see that young Bora. Of course, Sook stopped Bora from doing that. But Bora didn't listen to Sook and did her job on her own. Still, the scene of the kitchen, where young Bora stood with the apron, makes Sook smile. A little while later, Sook thinks of her former boyfriend, who got her pregnant and split up with her without knowing her pregnancy. Since she hasn't been curious about what kind of life he is living, she still doesn't care about him and won't tell Bora about him. However, now she thanks him for having Bora, her precious daughter. With summer just around corner, the hot sun casts the shadow of the big cherry trees over the deep green grass inside the school campus. As the summer vacation is a week away, most students can't ignore report cards that will be the result of their efforts. One afternoon before the summer break, all the students in Bora's classroom seem to be nervous, waiting for the homeroom teacher who will soon show up to hand out their report cards. While the classroom is in an uproar, Bora also seems to be out of her mind with excitement, having a chat with Lang, who has become her best friend since this spring. Bora is sure that she will be top of her class, because she has got A's on her tests throughout the semester. "Hi, folks." Silence. Please, the homeroom teacher yells. Students get quiet and look at the teacher's hands. Well, before I hand out your report cards, I have to make a surprising announcement, the teacher says. Bora Kong, come forward. You've come top of the class. Folks, speaking of her poor grades she earned last year. This excellent outcome is amazing. Bora, can you tell us how you could make it to the top? The teacher smiles at Bora. Bora looks around the classroom and takes a deep breath. Hi, I haven't thought of myself as a top student. Oh my goodness. And I'm giving a speech. I was always the bottom of the class. But now here I am. After a brief pause, Bora continues to speak. Until this past spring I haven't been interested in school. I just spent my time reading all kinds of books. This year I decided to study. Why? I don't know. I just want to be an engineer, so. Yeah, I did. I think my reading skills helped me earn good grades. Yep. That's it. Reading was the background for my studies. Thank you. Bora gives a bow to the teacher before getting back to her seat. Lang springs up to applaud Bora totally. But others look each other wondering how this unbelievable thing happened to Bora, whom they have treated with disdain so far. After all the students receive their report cards, the class is dismissed. As the summer heat begins, Bora goes to the community library every morning to study for Korean scholastic ability test, and Lang takes tutoring classes which are specialized for U.S. college entrance exam. Both Bora and Lang can hardly meet, and once in a while they text to each other at a certain time they set due to their hectic studies. When the summer vacation is about to end, Lang texts to Bora. Hey, Bora, how was your day? It's for a month we haven't seen each other. How about getting lunch together this coming Saturday? Bora replied at once. Hi, Lang, where? At my home. 12 o'clock. What do you want for lunch? Lang texts. As you like. I'm not picky about food. By the way, I'm wondering if you have permission from your mom. Don't worry, Bora. My grandma will be with us. See you then. Bora crosses the street from the forested stream banks, which is the end of the Sungbok stream, and enters a quiet residential area. After passing several houses, Bora stops at the gate of a mansion and rings the doorbell. The door opens with a click. It must be the first time for Bora to step on the lawn of a private property. As Bora takes a few steps inside, she sees Lang come out of the house. Bora, hi, did you walk to my house? You should have said, yes, when I offered you a ride. Anyway, it's nice to see you at my home. No one cares about us here, Lang says excitedly. Let's get inside. My grandma's waiting for you 'cause you're the only one I've invited to a lunch. She's nice, Lang says, holding Bora's shoulder. Bora smiles at Lang, raising a paper bag. Lang, I brought cupcakes for you. These are homemade cakes. Oh, thanks. How thoughtful your mom is. Lang says. No, I made them. I'm good at baking, and cooking too. You didn't know it, did you? Bora shrugs her shoulders. Wow, amazing. Lang holds the big front door open to let Bora in. After you, Bora. On getting inside the house, Bora finds a mirror on her right, big enough to see her whole body. She glances at her reflection in the full-length mirror. There is a tall girl with a square face and big brown eyes. Bora thinks that her eyes are her best features, and she bears little resemblance to her mother, who has small eyes and a thin oval face. When Bora is on the point of wearing slippers, which are placed neatly on the floor, she hears a voice coming from the living room. She sees a lady in her mid-70s come to her. Lang, is she your friend? Yes, Grandma. This is Bora. Hello, nice to meet you, Mrs. Lee, Bora says and bows to Hyo-sun Lee. Nice to meet you, too, Bora. I heard of you a lot. Lang has talked about you. Make yourself at home. Lunch is almost ready. Before lunch you can look around the house, Hyo-sun says, smiling. Lang leads Bora to the staircase to show her room on the upstairs. The room is spacious and furnished with a gorgeous bed, a big desk with a computer, a piano and a pretty little sofa behind it. Bora thinks it's really big enough to dance. Lang asks Bora to sit on the sofa. And Bora begins to look over some posters and family pictures hung on the wall. In one of the pictures Bora sees Lang's younger twin brothers in their school uniforms. They stand with big smiles in front of a big house with a garden. The picture looks like what Bora saw on a postcard. Because of the beautiful surroundings at a shore, all of a sudden, she feels that she wants to fly to that place. They look good, huh? Now they are high school juniors. I took pictures of them, you know, Lang says standing next to Bora. Yeah, the house and the shore look fantastic. I envy your brothers, Bora smiles a bit.